Hello everyone, this is MJPW, and it's finally time. The Five Nights at Freddy's trailer has finally dropped for the movie, not a game, it's a movie, finally. Something interesting, I pointed it out on Twitter, this movie has been in development, just limbo, since 2015, and I think sometime like last year or maybe the year before that, I was so ready to throw in the towel for this movie because it was just going through so much back and forth, and it was just new directors were coming in, directors were leaving, publishers were backing out, and new publishers was coming along. But here we are, fast forward however long that was ago, and we have the trailer, and I think ultimately everything was for the best because what you see in this trailer, I'm assuming maybe you've seen it, because we're going to do like a little breakdown of it in this video. It's what this video is going to be. But it just looks so good for the Five Nights at Freddy's fans and even the non-Freddy fans. It's just amazing of how it looks, and it just looks so good. And even the people who don't like Five Nights at Freddy's are like, wow, this kind of unironically looks good. The amount of people that I've seen tweet that when I'm just looking through Five Nights at Freddy's stuff on Twitter or wherever, even on Facebook, people are all saying that, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's it's weird to see that because it's people don't want to admit something's good just because of the fandom sides of things, or just general kind of idea that people get in their head about specific things. So it's when I tell people I really like Five Nights at Freddy's, even of course, if you follow the channel, I've been doing it since the start. Since 2014, all this time when I've told people oh, I love Five Nights at Freddy's, they're like, that's kind of weird. Isn't that like a kid's game? No, it is not. Kids may play it, but I mean, kids also play GTA and, Call of Duty. So, anyway, we're going to be breaking down this trailer. I hope people really do like this movie when it comes out. Because it is going to be something special. I do have the audio turned off because of copyright reasons, and I'm not going to play the video throughout. Well, I may be playing it, stopping it, as I go through the trailer itself, but the audio is muted. This is just because of copyright. I will say there is a point in the trailer where you hear something laughing over and over. I'm pretty sure that it sounds like Balloon Boy. I mean, it sounds just like his laugh. Obviously, we have the nice outfits for the actress here that's in the Freddy's commercial. Super, super cool. It looks like the commercial was meant to be in the 80s. I'm betting the movie will probably start out like this. It'll probably go and then get a little creepy. Just because, probably to tackle on that element where the VHS horror type of side of Five Nights at Freddy's, if you've seen any of those videos, like the Walton Files, there's so much out there. That's probably just a way to kind of go into that environment for the movie. This stuff is really cool. It looks just like it's from the game. Can't really see what the posters say in the background. I'm kind of skipping too much. See, when I scrub, it's not going to show us the frame individually. Go away, I don't like that bar. Let's see. See, these posters, I can't really see what they say. The video games and stuff that's in there is really cool, very old-fashioned. That's why I'm thinking, this commercial was probably shot, during the 80s or something. people in their 20s right now and stuff like that, they probably grew up with the same. Well, no, probably way older than that, because like, you know, we had Chuck E. Cheese commercials, but it's like it wasn't this old fashioned. But you know, that was my generation of what I saw. So the generation before me probably saw commercials like this, which is really cool. I love the old Centipede. That would be super cool to own. Obviously, we got a ball pit. Let me back up. I like these lights that's on the side that's kind of like turning on and off. It's very 80s themed. It seems like something that would be in the 80s. Is it set in 87 or 83 or whatever? I don't know. Sorry, I'm rambling a little bit, but the ball pit. This is also a big thing. The Showtime button. Now I did see somewhere that having like a Showtime button was a thing. In actual like Chuck E. Cheese and stuff like that, or maybe like Showbiz. But this is a big deal for this, because having the Showtime button in the trailer, stuff like that, it gives me vibes like it's sort of like a nod towards the Showtime feature that was cut from FNAF VR, and we was just kind of left with that button to just kind of look at, and it doesn't do anything. It would be really cool if they did go back and put out like an update or something that like activates that or something. That would be really, really cool. Like, even if it is after the movie or something. Now I don't foresee that happening, but you know, that would be cool, especially because, you know, they got like Security Breach out, and they're working on a DLC for Security Breach, which we haven't heard anything on. They did have a website. I haven't did a video about it, and I may not, just because there's not a whole lot of information out on it right now. It's just a screen. On the Security Breach website, there is, it's like a new kind of control looking thing with a screen on there. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. But, so yeah, they got like a newer game. They're dealing with that kind of stuff. I can't foresee them updating FNAF VR, but it's really cool that they had the Showtime button. It just gives me reminiscent vibes of the Showtime button from FNAF VR. And here we have the animatronics. I didn't pause on a good screen. There we go. They just look so good. It's crazy how good they look for real life. They definitely took their time with it. It's pretty crazy. It's hard to tell if they're people in suits or if they're actual animatronics. Animatronics. I want to say the people who went early to actually check out the film set and stuff like that, I want to say that they said that there was actual animatronics for them, but there's also, of course, going to be people in the suits. So I don't know. Obviously, this is the outer location that we've seen all over TikTok. Doing the gritty outside Freddy's. It's closed down. Got the sign all messed up. This is Josh Hutcherson. He's working for security. One thing I like is these window panes right here. Or is it window pane? Or stained glass. I don't know what that is, what I just said. So you got like Bonnie back here and you got Chica here. They look so good. I actually saw these somewhere not long ago. Like somebody shared that out, but I didn't know that that was actually from the movie. Maybe it was like somebody, you know, like there was somebody who did like the big Freddy sign, and they did like a full video of it when it was done like a long time ago. Maybe it was something like that for those stained window things. So these definitely look like animatronics, and you can even see the endo inside of Freddy's mouth. That's really, really cool. It looks so good. So we got that big Freddy sign. Really, really sweet. It's interesting that Freddy wears gloves in this. I wonder what the choice was for that. Like maybe the older bears or something wore gloves. maybe like Golden Freddy wears gloves or something. I don't know. Something interesting too here. I think it was Kane Carter, the guy who makes Pop Goes, shared out on Twitter. In the background here in the office, you can see that is the poster from FNAF 1. Really interesting choice, because it's like they could definitely just recreate that poster from the actual animatronics and stuff that they have. But maybe it's just a design choice just to have that. But it's totally okay, you know, it's just a poster. I love these shots of, you know, it's supposed to be reminiscent of FNAF 1. The shot here. You can see the broom closet. I really hope, which I'm sure they'll do, I'm sure they'll have it like where it acts like a whole night where he's trying to survive against them and stuff like that, and then it'll actually go into like the plot or whatever of the movie or something like that, which I'm sure he'll have to do the actual surviving and closing the doors and stuff like that. So you got Freddy creeped up behind Josh here. Super creepy. His eyes are blue or green, maybe. They're not red, like, you know, you'll see later in the trailer. The eyes are green or blue right here, which is interesting. Also, I think that's kind of an interesting choice to have their eyes glow, like different colors. I would have really liked to seen it just glow white, like the whites just see white, you know? But I guess they want to do that just to express a little bit more of emotion from the characters themselves. Obviously red is going to be like they're trying to kill or something like that. I'm sure. And so this stuff, I think people are trying to make heads and tails of it, or nickels and dimes, whatever. So he's like getting strapped into this chair thing, and some sort of like animatronic thing is coming at him with this weird grinder. What's it called? It's in a sink. A garbage disposal. That's what I was trying to think of. So I don't know what this is. Is it supposed to be a spring trap, or is this inside the regular animatronics? What is this thing? I don't know. Is this spring locks? I don't know at all. You can kind of see up here, though, it almost looks like it has whiskers or something here going off the side. That could be a numerous movement. That could be a numerous amount of things, whatever these are. It definitely looks like it's a faceplate that's opened. Almost giving, you know, like vibes for like sister location. It's so hard to tell because it's like it's so quick, whatever that thing was. It almost makes you want to say like it's something with Springtrap, but who knows? We don't know right now. The trailer's only 47 seconds long. So we got a good shot of, I think it's Foxy. I'm pretty sure it's Foxy because it's like, it's a little bit, oh, it's definitely Foxy. Because you can see the hook down here, but I was going to say, like, you can see some withering, and the body is very slim compared to the other three. Was that Pirate's Cove itself? Or, oh no, that's a door. So whoever is probably getting chased by Foxy is one of the actresses. Is Freddy getting mad or something? His eyes are a really scary color for something like that. See, I like that color because it could be like a worn out type of light looking, or like a worn out, you know, animatronic that's been there for a long time. It's really sweet. You can see the arcade games in the back. You got the children. They represent, of course, you probably already know that, but they represent different characters, or the different animatronics. So you got Bonnie, Freddy, maybe? I don't know. Foxy, maybe that's Freddy, I don't know. Golden Freddy and obviously Chica. And this is a big thing right here. Matthew Lillard playing William Afton. He looks just awesome for this movie. He just looks like he's in his element, because, you know, any movie he's in, he kills it, you know. He does great. You got Josh on the ground. This person's probably about to get stuffed. This is probably like night 1 or something with him or something. Who knows? He's looking up, which is something to note. He's looking up at whoever this person who we're seeing through. So it's definitely an animatronic. That looks like Foxy's legs stomping a ball from the ball pit. Pretty sweet. A lot of stuff to go through. She's hiding, she's hiding, she's hiding. And that looks like Foxy. So Foxy is probably chasing her down. And we got Freddy. I think this shot is probably used to make you think, oh, that was Freddy or something. Or maybe it's just, I don't know, another continuation. Because I think it shows the other 2 after Freddy. So maybe it's just a way to show all 4 in the trailer. I like the eyes, but it's just, I don't know, it's something about just the red glowing, like, they're pretty scary enough. I don't know. Do you guys remember back in FNAF 1 where people were like, is that a handprint on Freddy's face? I was thinking the other day, I was like, I wonder if that's going to be like incorporated in the movie. It's so hard to tell because it's like, you know, the quality and stuff. We got Bonnie. So you can hardly see like the pupils of the actual eyes. Like if they'd used that orangey color. Oh, they didn't show Chica there. So it was just Bonnie and Freddy. Well, that's interesting. To show the 3 and not Chica. Okay. But anyway, if they just used, like, where was it? The orangey glow. And, you know, I'm not trying to be, like, critical or anything. Obviously, I'm in love with everything from this. I'm very, very excited. I really like this, because you can definitely see the pupils. But here in the ending part, I would have liked to see the pupils a little more. Because it's like, if they move their eyes or anything like that, you can probably hardly tell it. Anyway, so this was the Five Nights at Freddy's first teaser trailer. Obviously, the movie is coming out this year, October 27th. They also have a film website for the film, fivenightsatfreddy's.movie.com. Or not .com, fivenightsatfreddy's.movie. If you type that into your browser, you'll pop it up. Right now, the only thing on there is just like the logo, but I'm sure as time goes, you know, more stuff will get added. Also, the posters came out yesterday. They were teasing us a good bit, like showing the posters, and then finally they showed the trailer. Just getting us all hyped up because we were guessing like something was going down because Jason Blum was really teasing yesterday on Twitter. Super, super exciting stuff. I'm so excited. It's going to be so good. It's been such a long time running, you know, to get to this point. Like I said, I graduated the year that they announced this. And in 2 years will be the 10-year reunion of when I graduated. And that's crazy to think that it's been so long. And, you know, it's just good. It feels good to finally get to here. Because I know it's been nothing but passion from Scott. And it's like, with Scott leaving, like, the scene for like the actual games and stuff. Obviously, he's going to be in the background. He's going to be like the person that approves stuff. But, you know, this feels like the last thing from Scott. Obviously, there is sequels for this movie that's going to be planned. Or that is already confirmed. There is at least 3 movies. But it just kind of feels like the last thing from Scott. But, and that's okay, you know? We were ready to think that it was at the end at FNAF 3. And look where we are now. We're up to so much later. But anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. Now, I'm not going to start. I already did. And I'm going to let you have a great day. And I'm going to watch the trailer a few more times. There may be things in the background as far as the audio, but definitely within the audio was the balloon boy laughing, like I said at the start. But yeah. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.